Listen up, cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
With Rooster and
the Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution,
and morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
So sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine. Did you hear that the Overlord and his little lady friend are now having some issues?
Well, I haven't heard that.
Well, he was... You didn't hear?
No, I mean, I know he was looking to spice things up.
Yeah, so he tased her in the bedroom. I'm at a loss. I had to tell him that, yeah, that's not a shocker.
And here would be the proverbial yellow card.
Luckily we are morals free.
Yeah, no morals tonight. So, but welcome back, cluckheads.
You know who we are.
You know what we talk about.
You know, current events,
common sense,
Constitution
in there,
and we're gonna have to be our own morals.
Sometimes
tonight.
morals, but not too much tonight.
Yeah, not too much.
We'll still try to somewhat be clean. As clean as a couple of veterans can
cluck it
be when they're drinking.
But you know what? We're drinking for the listeners.
Yeah.
We're not drinking for ourselves.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm doing it for everybody who listens.
And speaking of, tonight we're kind of going back to some of our roots, and we're actually doing whiskeys tonight.
Yeah, bourbons.
Which
is a whiskey.
Yes. Now, one of these I have not had, and it looks very tempting. One of these I have not had, and I do not want to touch it.
And it is weird because I have never had either one of these that I can recall. So,
but I can already tell.
One of them I feel weird because I feel like I should have had it.
Yeah.
Because everybody else has.
Now so you know what? We'll talk about it in a second. So the first one that we have tonight is already causing indigestion, and it is called Kentucky Gentleman.
So first
it
of all,
is from Louisville, Kentucky, and I want to point out that it says with natural flavors.
Well, that's good. So, you know,
because everything that we've
crap
had
could be a natural flavor.
Everything that we've had that has started with the word Kentucky has been god awful.
It's like the death nail
it's like,
in whiskey. If you put the word Kentucky in it, it's guaranteed to suck. Now I'm going to go out on a limb.
You want some clucking whiskey? This is your clucking whiskey.
Now I'm going to go out on a limb, and we haven't tried it yet, and I know we'll get to it, and we'll get to another topic earlier. So I want to know: is this pre-Ohio River chemical spill or post that they used in the water for this?
Since it had to ferment, I'm assuming that it was.
All right, well, that's good.
But
I don't want to be contaminated.
Just to give you an idea, it is 40-80, and you cannot take it to the pool. It is glass.
Not SeaWorld friendly.
It is not SeaWorld friendly, and it is a liter. It is not a 750.
Yeah.
And it is under $7.
Well, actually, I think it was $7.50.
Oh, so it was under $8.
Under $8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
that's a deal. I don't know if Tavern was...
Here we go.
I don't even know if Tavern was that cheap. Or Kentucky Deluxe.
And there is no spill proof.
Wow.
So
glass bottle and no
and
pour spout?
under $8.
And under $8?
So
I don't
here
know
we go. Here comes the Sleepy Joe Biden sniff test. That smells like rot gut whiskey. I did have some allergy issues, and now it's cleared.
I'm not gonna lie, that smells like pure gasoline.
Smells like Bigfoot's cluck.
Yeah. You know, it smells like really, really cheap whiskey. It's
all right. Well,
it's not like rubbing alcohol.
We're going to go ahead.
Rubbing alcohol and natural flavors.
We're gonna go ahead and do the pour here.
All right.
And let's make sure it's evened up. There we go.
Oh, no, that's good, man.
And that is a very weak color,
dude. That
looks like watered down iced tea.
Wow.
Is something floating in it?
It's got like a weird reaction. Yeah, it's like the whiskey is separated from the color.
Oh my gosh!
See what it's doing with the ice? It's just like, oh, that's weird.
That is.
That is really weird.
Okay. We're already off to a good start on this one.
Are there sea monkeys in this thing? Sorry for you South Park people. Sea people.
See people. Oh my God.
Seamen equals sea people.
All right, so go ahead and get over to yours.
All right, so we're going to go up against, and this one was a nice gift for us for the show. It was Maker's Mark. So this is actually for my in-laws.
But now this isn't the regular Maker's Mark. This is the number 46 French oak, because we've had regular Maker's Mark.
French oak.
Give me your baguette.
It's only been dropped once and picked up by a German.
So, but we've had Maker's Mark before.
Yeah.
This is just a different type of Maker's Mark. So,
yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm excited. It's got your Maker's Mark where it's got the dip and all that kind of stuff. So you got the wax on it. So that's pretty cool. So it is then, like you said, the number 46. It is also out of Kentucky. Where do they?
Was it more than $8?
Yeah, this one is quite a bit more than $8. So this is the standard 750 milliliters, and this one right now is on sale at Goody Goody for I think $32.99.
Yeah, but it's the 750. It's not the full liter one either.
Correct. Yeah, it's the smaller bottle.
Yeah, so
it's not the party bottle we got going on right here. So
I don't know if that's going to be a party bottle.
Yeah, but we'll wait to open this one up so we can get into the.
No,
you want to open it up?
We got to do the smells and everything.
Gosh, then we get the topic first.
No,
let's get that nice wax.
You need some help there, Pumpkin.
I got it. It's a screw top, so that always makes it weird with the wax, but instead of a cork.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what
it's sticking to me.
That's what she said. We doing the Sleepy Biden sniff test over here.
That smells good.
All right.
That definitely smells like oak. You can smell the oak in that one.
Actually
you can smell the oak on that. So that's gonna be a good one.
Tell you what, we're not gonna pour this one yet.
Yeah, we'll wait on the pour on that one.
All right.
I'm excited about that one.
I am too.
Not so excited about the Kentucky Gentleman.
Now what's funny is that we're using the Maker's Mark glasses for the Kentucky Gentleman.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot.
But we're going because it's our typical low end glass, and then we're going to use our acid etched glasses that you can find at giftedchicken.com, home of all your beard, bath, and body needs.
Get them while you can this year.
They're limited availability left, so go to giftedchicken.com, veteran owned and operated right here in North Texas, and we are going to wait to pour that one.
Before you go any further, don't take a drink, but just kind of swish it around the glass and look how thick what it does to the side of the glass.
It's almost like it's got a syrup or something.
Yeah, in it. That's probably those natural flavors.
No. All right.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want this?
I think it's eating through the glass.
It's like in Transformers or something. Whenever they drop something and it falls through all the different layers of a ship or something.
Yeah, the alien blood from Aliens, and just keep going down. So
the Tesseract from the Avenger or Captain America or whatever. Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what. You want to start number one?
Sure. Number one.
I'll tell you what. Hold on. Let me get our timer ready. Let me get it. So we got that. Let's get our cluckage clinkage going on. Right. So here we go.
All righty.
Oh, that
tastes like bad decisions.
That burns.
It stings. It so much sting in the nostril earlier as it is sting in the throat right now. Yeah,
it's all the way down.
Yeah, it's medicinal.
Oh.
So you could. I think I've used this joke before. Probably clean a wound with this, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's making a weird thing to the glass. But anyways, so in topic number one, we got the timer ready.
Timer's ready. What are you starting with here?
All right, so
timer's going.
Choo-choo trains. For some reason, they just keep coming off the tracks. It's not just regular trains. It's always the ones that have like harmful chemicals.
The kind that will kill you.
The kind that'll kill you, and give us like a U.S. version of Chernobyl, but with a train, kind of a deal. So obviously, we had the big special train in Ohio. It shouldn't be a laughing matter, but
that's not. And
so
one of the big things too that people don't realize that's serious about, well, all of them, but particularly the one about Ohio, is that
that's not good.
It's going to no, it's really not. we're already starting to see it contaminate the waters. Well, that Ohio River flows all the way down to the Mississippi and all the way into the Gulf. But
the administration said that there's no health hazard to the water. The water's fine.
Yeah.
Not according to the videos I've seen of people just throwing rocks in the water and watching the weird chemical colors that come up.
And the government also said that, it's not going to affect the drinking water, which in some cases it won't. Yeah. In some cases, especially if it's like well water, there's a probability that
most people aren't out there dipping buckets into the Ohio River to get their water.
But the thing is,
it does get used.
It gets used as non-potable water from farmers for their irrigation, and a large percentage of all the dairy, a lot of our vegetables, get fed from the Ohio River basin.
It's this weird thing about it's the Midwest, and they grow a lot of food. Mm-hmm. They raise a lot of cattle and birds, and dairy farms, and all that stuff. And so now these dairy cows and then these chickens and everything else, they're going to be, they're going to have preserved.
It's worse on the second.
They're going to be pre-preservative now. I'm not real sure, but no. I mean, if you think about,
start laying pickled eggs.
It's going to be an ecological disaster. So I don't know what these farmers are supposed to do about irrigating their fields, because there's a lot of corn crop up there. My family comes from Indiana. And
I don't hold that against you.
So it's land of corn, basically.
But then, we also had the one in Arizona. Then we just had another one in Michigan. Then we had the one in Houston. Then we also had the plant that blew up, having all the hazardous chemicals in Florida.
To be fair,
the
Detroit one, it was also a chemical spill leak, okay. But the Houston one, that was just diesel fuel and oil. Yeah, so better.
Yeah, I see no problem with that.
And then the Arizona one, is nitric acid really harmful?
I guess we're going to stay tuned.
Well, they did say shelter in place. So So and then the ironic,
and the thing is that on average over the course of a year, there's anywhere between like 2,700 to 4,000 train derailments.
Okay.
So how is it all of a sudden just the ones with hazardous chemicals are getting derailed?
Well, according to Pete Buttigieg, he's the
Buttigieg.
He's the transportation guy.
Oh yeah.
So he was asked, what kind of happened, what's to blame for these train derailments, and he stated it's former President Trump's fault.
Wait. So you're saying that just because Orange Man's bad?
Yeah. So apparently,
that the trains are derailing.
Apparently, Orange Guy was out there with pennies on the tracks. He was laying them out with a couple of bullets.
I love trains. Trains are the best.
This is the best choo-choo ever.
This is the best chugga-chugga I have ever seen.
So it's ridiculous. So if you actually look it up, so what he's talking about is in 2018, the Department of Transportation, not the White House administration, the Department of Transportation. It wasn't a rule. It was they were going to have a proposed rule to put on these pneumatic brakes on chemical trains.
Oh yeah.
The Department of Transportation removed the verbiage for proposing that rule. It wasn't a rule. It was a upcoming proposal. They took it out because there was no
significant data.
There was no data, no evidence showing that it was actually going to help with these trains whatsoever, and just add additional costs.
Let me ask you a separate question then. This is the first I've heard about the Buttigieg. As many executive orders as our current president put into place, reversing stuff from the previous administration, if they knew that this was a probability, then why didn't he just sign an executive action about that?
That's a really good question. So I would have to oh wait, we don't have her anymore. So that's not a real question.
Timer just went off.
It's not a real question.
Timer just went off.
But yeah, no, that's ridiculous to blame a Department of Transportation decision in 2018 on Trump as if he overrode a rule or something. There was no rule. Anyways, so that's where we're at. I almost kind of lean to that. I know what the topic's over.
It's the best train deal in the history of train deals ever.
One's an accident, two's coincidence. Come on, 3, 4, 5, 6. That sounds like sabotage or infrastructure failure.
And well, you know what? We'll get to the sabotage stuff in a minute. Yeah, but
Beastie Boys is a good song. Anyways, so what do you think, Kentucky gentlemen?
think that this is going to end up going back over to the dungeon.
So I just hope
I will tell you this.
there are no train cars full of this stuff that are out on the lines right now.
Because they're going to get derailed.
It's going to derail. It's going to be a shelter in place. It's going to be a problem.
Well, I forgot where it was at, but I remember reading it in like Fun History Facts. I used to get those sent to me every day. I'm a big history buff. And apparently, I forgot where it was. I need to look it up. There was actually a whiskey flood one time because the warehouse or something caught fire. Everything crashed. And all these huge barrels of whiskey and bourbon flooded the street.
That sounds terrible.
That is a horrible way to die.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. So anyway, the Kentucky Deluxe is how do I say it? Prickly on the insides.
It's still not. What was the last one? Was Kentucky Tavern or was it?
Oh, I think this is worse.
McCormick's is still the worst.
McCormick's is still the worst. Yeah,
McCormick's still the worst. I don't think this is as bad as the Kentucky Deluxe, though.
I think this is as bad as Kentucky Deluxe.
You think? I think it's actually a little bit worse.
I think it gets a little. You know why I think it's worse? At least in Kentucky Deluxe, there weren't sea monkeys floating around my glass.
Yeah, it's got this weird.
And it's got this weird
thing it's doing with
coating.
The glass. Yeah, it's
so this is automatically worse than Kentucky Deluxe.
Yeah, there's got to be something not right with this one, but
it's the natural flavors.
I don't know about that. Anyways, let's move on to the Maker's Mark French Oaked. Ooh, look at that nice gurgle sound that goes right there. So, all right, set that aside for the go back here. Let's go right there.
No, it's not.
It is.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
All right.
You said it's good right there, but it's not.
Ooh, it's been breathing.
It's what?
It's been breathing. The smell.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend that you didn't say that.
It's been left
the
open
look
to
on your
breathe.
face when you said it.
Smells great, though. Smell it.
Okay, I take it back.
It smells great.
It does smell great. All right, so let's get our clinkage going on. We'll take a sip of this.
All right.
And then let's take a sip. Oh, that's good.
That's flavorful.
That's good.
It's good.
And it doesn't burn.
No, it's flavorful. It's definitely good. Definitely good.
That is dangerously smooth.
Yeah.
This is one of those where that we should be doing the episode outside and sipping on this and smoking a cigar.
Yeah. It's a good. Still, the smell is incredible.
But look at the coloring difference.
Yeah,
though.
I noticed it's
coloring differences.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the second topic here. You want to start this one? Or you want
you go for it, man. I got the last one.
Oh, that is so generous of you.
I'm a giver.
No matter what the ringmaster says, I think you're a pretty good guy.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. What was topic number 2? Oh, the unidentified aerial phenomena. All right. Yep. Timer started. So it started with, and this is a little bit of a follow-up, but it started with the Chinese spy balloon.
From China.
That we shot down after it completed its mission.
You don't want to shoot it down before the big guy doesn't get his cut.
He didn't get his 10% for the big guy. And even Bucky didn't like that. So now we have a total of 4 unidentified aerial phenomena that we have shot down. And the difference between, the main differences between these is that the balloon was at 60,000 feet. I'm sure that by now the majority of the listeners have actually seen the video where that F-22 shot the AIM-9X rocket, and he was at 58,000. And you see the rocket actually go up and tag the balloon. All of these new unidentified aerial phenomena are much slower, and they're at 40,000 feet, which is in commercial flight.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, most of them are like car and SUV sized. And
one of them was like an octagon shape or something.
Yeah.
They said.
And on top of that, there were even government officials saying, and I quote, "We don't know how it's staying aloft."
Yeah, I think the government wants us to believe that they're actual UFOs, like aliens. Get Agent
Space
Scully
Force. This is your time to shine, baby.
Hey, maybe you know what? Trump was thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Let the Space Force guys get out there. You know how much each one of those missiles costs?
Isn't it like $3 million per missile or something?
Actually, it's around $400,000. So you're so close.
Oh.
No, but it's about $400,000. And the only reason I know it's about $400,000 is because they did shoot down a balloon over Illinois.
It was $3 million in total cost to get the plane off the ground.
Probably,
So it's almost $3 million in total cost.
Well,
but each rocket is about $400,000.
One of the balloons not in the four. But there's been another one they shot down. It was over Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
It was a.
Is that the one that they missed the first time?
No. This one is a. It was owned by a hobby group, and the balloon cost about $13. It truly was a high school weather balloon project kind of thing.
But that wasn't one of the ones that they had listed as the 4 that they shot down.
No. They shot this one down, and so yeah. So $400,000 to shoot down a $13 balloon. That's awesome.
So
good job, guys.
Now we have these unexplained aerial phenomena that we're shooting down that the government's still not telling us what they are.
No, because I think they want us to believe it might be aliens instead of just all our enemies are just taking full advantage of us.
Now with that, people that are eyewitnesses in Alaska are still witnessing flyovers of the F-16s and the F-22s. They're still hearing explosions. And it's amazing because this also hasn't come out in the news. But have you heard about the Russian warplanes?
Well, yeah, so the Russian warplanes, that's really nothing new. That is the leftover from the Cold War. They used to do it all the time. You didn't hear a lot about it under the last president, but it's been happening quite a bit under the current one. And I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying...
But the thing is that there were 30 fighters right outside of our airspace running drills and 3 bombers with nuclear capability.
Yeah.
And if you remember, a little over a year ago, we had talked about on this show how that it was just really weird that Putin was doing all these exercises right outside of Ukraine.
Yeah, and and another thing about the Russians is, so we briefly mentioned it. There's that Russian warship that was sitting outside of Hawaii.
Yeah,
so that just kind of sitting there in international waters.
And the Russian submarine that got escorted to the west coast of Africa.
Well, it was supposed to be going to the west coast of Africa. So the British actually, for maneuver purposes, the Russian had declared their maneuvers, and they actually gave it a courtesy. Escort through their straits and off the coast of France, and so it's on its way to Africa. And as they tracked it and they want to submerge, its last sighting was it made a hard turn to the west. It didn't go to Africa.
No,
some reason. It was headed for Bermuda last time.
So you're saying that it's off the coast of Florida and all of that,
or they really just hate Bermuda?
Yeah.
And they're going after that since it's its own nation.
Yeah,
it probably has nothing to do with our East Coast.
Has nothing to do with ours.
Not at all. They're nuclear bombers off our western coast,
and then the nuclear strike submarine that's off of our East Coast,
and then the warship in the Pacific.
Yeah,
it's total coincidence. Total coincidence, because once an accident, twice coincidence, 3 times.
It's still just coincidence.
Just more coincidence.
Yeah. Timer just went off. All right. So what do you think about this old French oak barrel?
Far better than the Kentucky Gentleman.
It is way better.
Yeah. I gotta say though, it's good, and I would definitely drink it again. But it's still not as good as that Hotel Tango that we had a few episodes back.
No, and honestly, I don't think it's as good as the Hotel Tango, and I also don't think it's as good as the Lead Slingers.
No, probably not. No.
I think that the Lead Slingers had a little bit more flavor to it.
Yeah, so it's good.
And we did that one for Marine Corps birthday.
Yeah, this one's a really good one. So if you want a good bourbon, Maker's Mark.
Oh yeah, it's good.
You're in great shape.
Yeah, I'm just saying that compared to some of the other ones that we've had.
Yeah, but in the defense of Maker's Mark, I mean, this one's on sale for $32. And that Hotel Tango was around $40 a bottle. So
yeah, and the Lead Slingers, I want to say
was this single malt? Did we check on that? Is this single malt or is this blended?
It's not going to be a blend. It's not a blend. Why are you looking at it?
I'm just trying to see if it says.
Well, first,
I think it is single malt.
Everyone that listens knows you can't read.
Some people, they can. I don't know.
Tahiti.
One thing I've noticed is there's nothing wrong with blended whiskeys.
No, not at all. But some of the blended scotches are really well.
But I've always found that the single malts seem to always be better than the blendeds.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a single malt or if this is like a single barrel, but I do know that whenever it comes to anything that has maker's mark on it, it's always going to be good quality. It might not be the best you've ever had, but the quality of it in itself is always going to be good.
Yeah. It's not the best, but it's the best I can do right now.
That's what the overlady said.
I saw that in the poster in the dungeon.
Was it sitting there next to John?
I'm not the best, but I'm the best you can do.
Or was it sitting right there next to the John Kerry cutout?
Yeah, right there next to the Steel Reserve.
With that case of Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve and some Dungeon Oil.
I still can't believe that Overlord actually drinks Steel Reserve on a regular. That blue raspberry one.
There's a fruit punch one too. That's got to be just as
You know
gross.
what we need to do one night? We need to have the Overlord over, and we need to buy one of each flavor and just pour it in a glass.
Yeah.
So that way we don't have to subject ourselves to drinking the whole thing.
That's true. But
that we could do like a party flight.
We do that.
We could. Yeah.
You know, those little trays, the little mini beers,
he'd be up in hog heaven.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I got my Steel Reserve. We could even, like put some fried bologna on crackers with some cheese.
Oh, we get a couple different types of bologna. Really.
Make it like our own little charcuterie board.
Throw an E on the end of it. Really fancy that up. Dirt that up a little bit.
Don't spruce it up, Dirty.
Oh, man. I tell you what, the weird thing is I'm surprised that Kentucky Gentleman's not made by the Skull Company. That's
dude, it's...
they make a lot.
Oh, trust me, I'm going to get the Skull rum.
They make a
lot.
That means there's some people out there with a lot of demons.
Partial... You need to go to therapy, son.
Oh man, you need some therapy.
There's going to be one day where I decide to get that bumbu again.
And I still have a little of that bumbu left.
And you shouldn't.
I still have a little bit of that left.
I'm going to get that bumbu, and I'm going to get the Skull rum.
Oh,
yeah,
that's just so wrong. That's so wrong. Well, when I was looking at the different vodkas,
there's a Skull vodka.
They make a Skull vanilla vodka.
Yeah, so that's what I meant. The vanilla vodka.
So I was looking at the Ciroc vodka that we did, the vanilla one. That's still the best vodka we've ever had. I think even being it was vanilla flavored.
Well, that especially considering that we're not vodka people.
No, but that was
good.
The French know how to make a vodka. I give them credit on that one. Making vodka out of grapes is far better than making it out of grain, or just whatever they do is.
I'm pretty sure they still made it. I don't think they made it out of grapes.
No, it's made out of grapes.
They made a vodka out of grapes.
Yeah, their vodka's made out of grapes.
Like a wine.
But vodka. They use grapes to distill it. But yeah, it is, instead of being grain-based, it's grape-based. It's a thing. Look it up. I actually think P. Diddy bought that company.
Because why wouldn't he?
Piece of cheesecake, buy a company.
I'm still giving you the look of disdain because I don't know how you would make a vodka out of grape.
I don't know. The French did it. It's great. Loved it.
I'm going to have to look into this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get into our next topic. What is the next? Oh,
do you want to do a go back before we hit the...
Oh, yeah. We need to do a go back.
Let's do go back.
So go back from the Maker's Mark. That is just really, really good. Let's go back here to the Kentucky Gentleman.
That's really freaking terrible.
It does not go back good at all. Oh, that is a horrible go back.
Wow. Oh, that's a funky taste.
That tastes awful.
Funky.
That is absolutely. It's in my mouth.
That aftertaste is. Oh,
that's like dragon breath.
Oh man, that's not good. That's like spam versus the cheap Walmart luncheon meat.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
And it's got like this weird streak to it that stays on your tongue.
Yeah,
it's in my mouth.
It's that weird coating.
Rooster,
that's on
it's in my mouth.
It's not good. So I don't recommend it. I don't recommend the go backs. So you're ready for the next?
But after we do the next topic though, I'm looking forward to the go back from this to the Maker's Mark.
Yeah, because it doesn't work going from high end to low end.
No, for this it absolutely does not.
No, so. they're that far apart.
Fear not, my friend, because do you know what time it is? It's time for the big FUs. And the morals isn't here, so it don't stand for follow-up.
No, it does.
It stands for exactly what you think it does.
It stands for Kentucky Gentleman.
All right, you want to start this or you want me to?
You got to start the last one, so I'll do this one. So
good stuff.
Yeah, so good old Trudeau up there.
Trudeau up
in Canada, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
Trudeau, okay, Trudeau.
He's
okay.
ringing the bell of the Liberty Bell up there. They don't really do that in Canada, but you know he's up there doing their version of Liberté.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure he got it from his dad down in Cuba.
Yeah, absolutely. So handguns. We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
He said it was coming. He said he was going to do it. It was a directive. Now it's law. I guess now it's going to be law. So no more handguns. Can't sell them. Can't buy them. Can't transfer them.
I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there. There's a few things in history that the good guys have never done. So one of them is restrict your speech.
Yeah.
One of them is restrict your literature.
True.
One of them is, restrict your currency.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is restrict your ability to protect yourself.
Correct.
If you look at any, that's right, Buck. If you look at any tyrant, all the way back to, like whenever we were first coming out of Mesopotamia, one of the first things they would always do is they would take the weapons away.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want people to be able to defend themselves. I mean, if they can defend themselves, then they can, basically
they can't
not listen to your rule. I mean, it's...
Yeah, because, if you can defend yourself, then that means that you can't take the bended knee.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, you don't want them to talk bad about your government. You don't want them to be able to protect themselves against from the government or their leader.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. But you're absolutely right. No time in any recorded history has the good guy ever restricted you from stuff.
Yeah, I mean...
When is,
and the
point it
thing
out.
is,
I'd love somebody to point it out. Point out in history when taking away what you call certain types of speech, certain types of literature, and the ability to defend yourself, that you don't need it. When has it ever been a good guy in government?
Yeah, I mean, it just never happens.
No. I mean, some people argue and say, well, it's happening right now. See? Well, no, just wait.
No.
Because history repeats itself.
And there's in history, there's a thing called the 10 marks of decadence. And I'm not going to go into those, but you can look those up. And the thing is that we've been floating between 7 and 8 for a while. And every single empire, from the Ottoman Turks to the Romans to the Greeks to the French to the Spanish to the Portuguese to the Prussians to everybody that you can think of, whenever these marks come into place, they know that whenever it gets to this one, society is about to collapse.
Yeah, and some people say, why do we even care about what's going on in Canada? I get that. But if you've been watching, every time Canada does something like this, you see the United States tries to kind of follow the suit a little bit. It's like Canada's testing the waters and what they can get away with. And so you'll see that here. We keep seeing all the same type of gun legislation proposals coming here.
Yeah, like we just had the Pistol Brace Act.
Yeah, so the Pistol Brace is just ridiculous.
And that's a follow-up that we did last year whenever it was first proposed, wasn't it? Or a year and a half ago?
I mean, you'll watch here and it'll be someone next. So if they get rid of the assault weapons here like they want in the magazines, then they'll go after handguns.
But the thing is that what people don't realize is that assault weapons have been banned for decades.
Well, first of all, assault weapon by legal definition is a fully automatic weapon.
Yeah, and those have been.
You have to have. The only way that is safe is if you give the government money.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Which is really weird. So
unsafe.
I can only get my level 3 license to use automatic weapons if I pay you more money.
Yeah, per weapon.
So
it's a $200 tax stamp.
Yeah, it is not. It's not a flat fee.
It's a weapon of mass destruction unless you give the government $200.
Yeah, per weapon.
Per weapon.
As opposed to totally safe. If you get a license to carry, you can have as many weapons as you want.
Correct.
But if you're going to go up to that level 3 certification, you have to do it $200 per weapon.
Yeah, $200.
Yeah,
$200 and you're a good guy all of a sudden.
You know what?
Without the $200, you're a terrorist apparently.
Speaking of good guys, It's time for one of our favorite segments. Where in the world is Kamala Harris? Now, Rooster, I know she's in Washington, but I finally figured out why she has not been down to McAllen.
Well, dude, it's dangerous. They got meteors falling out of the sky. A person could get hurt there.
Did you hear about that too?
Yes. So not only do they have a border problem down in McAllen, now they have a the sky is falling problem. So it's crazy. So now we know why she doesn't go there.
Don't come.
Don't come.
Don't come.
Don't come.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, okay, so for one, she is.
I wonder if Jill Biden tells her husband not to come. Sorry.
So one, she's still the worst VP that we've ever had. And the ratings are still going down.
Yeah.
And as a follow up to last week, we still have more separation from some of the prominent left leaders away from her.
Yeah.
Now, with that, whenever you're taking all this into consideration, you never hear her even remotely talk about at length about the border. It's always something else. I mean, we looked at her schedule, and she's going to Munich, and she's going to all these other places.
She's going on a European tour.
Yeah, she's doing a European tour with
Kamala Harris tour.
With Kamala Harris and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest.
Yeah.
But the fact that the numbers are still trying to get pushed down because of the balloon and the UAP and the train derailments, January saw another spike.
That can't be.
Not with meteors falling out of the sky.
Yeah. Maybe that's how she's fixing it. They're bringing tractor beaming down meteors into the border.
I can just hear it now be like.
Now, in her defense, though, she has
Captain
changed
Picard. I need your help. Send the meteor. Make it so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say in her defense, when it comes to the border stuff, she's too busy worrying about foreign relations to worry about her job being the border.
I'd be worrying about that relation between her husband and the first lady.
Yeah, so I'm feeling Jill did not say, don't come. Don't come.
I'm coming.
Because that was a deadlock. That wasn't like an awkward, weird thing. That was
something that's happened before.
That was straight in. Like they've known that's gonna been happening before, and they're gonna do it again. But anyways, so she recently spoke out about the China balloons.
I forgot about that.
She did say that this is not going to hurt Chinese-U.S. relations whatsoever.
But now what's funny about that is that she said that it's not going to hurt the Chinese-American relations. 2 days after the Chinese PR people for the CCCP said, no, we are upset. This will absolutely hurt our relations.
I don't really think they tell her.
Oh, timer just went off.
Really timer just went off. I think they're just like, yeah,
Are you gonna finish your thought
doing
there?
you, Kamala.
You do you, boo.
You do you. Just go sit over there, and here's some crayons, and
the red ones taste the best.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. You always know it's a special day whenever you get to eat the 128 box versus the 6. So, this one says salmon.
That's a special one.
This one says salmon. I wonder if it tastes like it. Yeah. So what do you think here?
Oh, we didn't do we got to do the go back.
We got to go do the go back from the Kentucky gentleman.
Honestly, I'm not tasting it anymore right now. I've become like numb to it. I could feel it in my sinuses though. All right. Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark. Oh, it's so good.
No flavor to flavor.
It doesn't go back from the top end to the low end, but yeah,
it's still giving a weird residue to the glass.
Okay, so hold on. I want to show you something because I'm finishing mine. Now notice I let the ice completely melt. That was on purpose. Hold on, watch this. Now I know that everybody on the radio can't see it.
Yeah, dude, it's like a weird.
It's got this weird
all
film
around the edges of it.
It's got this film, this syrup thing.
It's weird.
I don't like it. Make the bad man stop.
Me no right.
Make the bad man stop, Rooster. Which I'm sure that Overlord's heard several times in the dungeon.
Yeah, it's usually followed by quiet.
Quiet, or it gets the hose again.
I'll take your bucket away.
Yeah, so I don't think that there's a doubt that makers.
So I know
Mark
I've said
won.
this before about other drinks. If Kentucky Gentleman is your go-to, this is our public service announcement. Seek help. You can do better.
Yeah, you can do better.
You can do better.
You know what though?
Just go outside, hang out for 10, 15 minutes. Ask people, hey man, you got $1? I can borrow.
The thing is though, is I'd be willing to bet, as bad as this tastes, that there are probably a lot of people that if they're doing a mixer, that they probably use it as a mixer because that you can't really.
This, I know this probably sounds weird to say, and it makes my fillings in my teeth feel weird. The Gentleman.
Okay, now I want you to repeat that again.
Yeah, it's like seeping through all the fillings in my teeth that I've got.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a good.
So what
thing.
you're saying is that we chose an alcohol that could essentially eat through the fillings.
I think so. Yes, I think so. I think that's what we did. I think it's pure turpentine, or mineral spirits or whatever.
I'm pretty sure that this is one of those things that is.
I'm pretty sure convicts make better toilet wine.
I'm pretty sure that this is outlawed in 7 countries because it's a biological hazard.
You know what? It should. You know what?
Maybe we need to put it on a train and send it over there to them.
Well, I think sending the train's not good here because we can't trust our railroad tracks because
chugga.
Yeah,
chugga. But now that
apparently our infrastructure.
That brings
bad.
up a different question though. We both got kids. I'm sure that the majority of our listeners have kids.
Yeah.
How many chuggas is the appropriate? How many chuggas is the appropriate chuggas before you go choo choo?
Chugga. 3.
Is that a double chugga or a single chugga?
Chugga. Choo choo.
No, you were dead wrong.
How many do you think?
Yeah, you gotta do like a chugga.
Well, see, you're putting some drama in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just baseline.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like if I'm sitting there playing with like the kids, I'm like chugga.
Okay, let's
chew.
Let's pretend they're stepkids.
All right, you've been listening.
Yeah, chugga, choo choo, whatever, man. Where's my real
You've
kid?
been listening to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman. And remember, in a world full of chickens, be a rooster. You're listening to Whiskey and Wine. Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman, where you can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner operator right here in North Texas. Remember to pick up a bottle of Overlord Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all natural coconut oil.
Leaves you prickly on the inside.